It's my honor to spend the next few minutes speaking about the Right Reverend Henry Delany, to acknowledge his rightful place in history from 1858 to 1928. A beloved child of God who, sadly, was relegated to a subservient status, yet who proudly focused on visiting the sick and reading and praying with the aged of all denominations, regardless of his office. Henry was born into slavery in southern Georgia, but before the close of the Civil War, his family fled to the northeast coast of Florida to come under the protection of the Union Army. As a young man, Delany apprenticed as a brick mason, a skill he would later use in various building projects. And he was befriended by an Episcopal priest, Owen P. Thackeray, who paid Delany's way to attend St. Augustine's School in Raleigh, North Carolina. Delany enrolled at St. Augustine's in 1881, graduated in 1885. After graduation, he was immediately offered a position at the school as the vocal music instructor while he continued his studies in theology and prepared for holy orders. Within a year, he was given charge of the school's preparatory department as well. In 1886, he married Nanny Logan, herself a graduate of St. Augustine's and valedictorian of her class. And over the course of the next decade, and in the years to follow, Delany was given additional responsibilities. But he put his early training as a mason to use on various campus construction projects, including the school chapel and St. Agnes Hospital. Clearly, Delany made an invaluable place for himself at St. Augustine's School. But Delany's work in the 1890s extended well beyond its school. Ordained a priest in 1892 to take charge of work in the communities of Warrenton and Lewisburg. In Warrenton, Delany was nurturing a well-established Black Episcopal community that functioned well. In Lewisburg, however, Delany did not have a nucleus of Black Episcopalians of which to draw. There was only one Black communicant in the town, the aged former sexton of St. Paul's Church. After receiving this assignment, Delany spent 2 months simply going from house to house in the Black section of Lewisburg, visiting the sick and reading and praying with the aged of all denominations. In April, he baptized 8 persons. May, he presented a confirmation class of 22. By the time Delany concluded his tenure in Lewisburg in 1896, the Black Mission, now named St. Matthias, had a flourishing school with 3 teachers, a large congregation, a communicant list of 36 persons. But Delany was first and foremost a pastor, and throughout his years in Lewisburg, he continued to make regular home visits. Let me share his recordings of his 1897 parochial report. In addition to the work of Warrenton, I have, under the direction of the bishop, organized a mission at Satterwhite, Granville County, where I preached 3 times and baptized 7 children. At Lewisburg, I preached 11 times, celebrated Holy Communion 5 times, and buried 1 child. At Pittsboro, I preached 2 sermons and celebrated once. At St. Ambrose, Raleigh, I have preached 11 sermons, celebrated twice in public and 10 times in private. I continue to make monthly visitations to the workhouse, where I give instructions to the prisoners in both the white and colored wards. At St. Augustine's School, where I'm actively engaged in teaching, I either conduct or assist in conducting daily morning and evening prayers. I have preached there 36 times, celebrated 18 times, baptized 19 children, 6 adults, and buried 1. Point of personal privilege. After reading this parochial report, let me say, wow, this is the kind of guy we need to set our model for congregational development in West Missouri. Now let me get back to the facts. Let me fast forward to our acknowledgement of this remarkable man by correcting past injustices. In 2010, Michael Curry rearranged the bishop's portraits at the Diocesan House in Raleigh and to restore Bishop Henry Delany's portrait to its rightful place. Instead of consigning all the suffragan bishops' portraits to one wing of the building, which is the way they had always done it, Bishop Curry insisted that the portraits be hung in order of their consecration. He declared, "Today at the Diocesan House in Raleigh, the portraits of the bishops of North Carolina are arranged in an order of their service to Jesus and in succession to the apostles. Now they stand in the gospel lineage of Simon Peter, Augustine of Canterbury, and Samuel Seabury, and not in the order of Jim Crow." Thank you, Bishop Curry, for righting this wrong. Finally, to glimpse how much more Delany might have realized had he been afforded the opportunity to do all of which he was capable, had he been given the opportunity to serve as a missionary bishop, and had he been provided the resources to do his work most effectively? Above all, remember this when looking at Bishop Delany. He always strove to do the work he was given to do, conducting himself with unfailing diligence and dignity. May he take his rightful place in the succession of the apostles.